This video is a continuation on the topic of Grignards, and we will expand on other metals. So we are not limited to magnesium. All Grignards are magnesium-based compounds, but we don't need to always use magnesium. Lithium can also be used. So if we take, say, bromobenzene, we need to react it with 2 equivalents of lithium to yield us an inserted product of just the phenyllithium and lithium bromide. So notice how in this case the metal is stripping the halogen away completely from the carbon as opposed to floating around with it. The reactions though are practically the same. So if you see this compound, just assume that you have a carbanion and it's going to react with the carbonyl or act as a strong base. We'll go over some examples for you to practice. Alrighty, so go on and answer all these questions and we'll check the answers in just a moment. Alright, here come the answers. Hope you got them all right and that they are looking relatively simple, because these are the money in the bank kind of questions in your quizzes and exams. There is one more reaction that we should look at from the Grignards before we go to a synthesis. That is that Grignards can also react with carbon dioxide to yield carboxylic acids. So for example, if we have a carbon dioxide molecule, recall that the carbon is obviously partially positive and the 2 oxygens are partially negative. We'll have a Grignard reacting with the carbon dioxide to give us our carboxylate, which can then get protonated to yield our carboxylic acid. Alright, so let's do some total synthesis practice. It'll be a relatively simple molecule. The question becomes, how did we make this tertiary alcohol? Well, we know that it must have been made from a ketone and probably a Grignard reacting with it, but now it becomes a question for which bond do we break to figure out which one was the Grignard and which one was the ketone. So for example, we have an option of breaking here, we have an option of breaking here, we have an option of breaking here to work backwards. What do I mean by that? I mean that if we were to react, say, acetophenone with a Grignard that looks like this, we will make that product. However, if we were to react this ketone with phenyl Grignard, we will also get that product. And finally, if we were to react this ketone with this Grignard, we'll make this product. So which one of those is correct? Well, the answer is all of them. It really depends on what chemicals you have available and what you are able to use. So keep that in mind when you're answering these questions, that there might be multiple approaches of making the same compound.